Hello, YouTube people. Everybody who has watched my videos, which is like judging by my subscription is like 40 people. Probably not even that much. I'm being generous on that one. Well, this video, I meant to do one last weekend, but like freaking, I just really didn't feel like doing anything last weekend. On top of that, dealing with a dog that wasn't feeling well. Oh yeah, that was 2 weekends ago. Oh well, it's a subject I needed to touch on and needed to talk about. And that is the difference between reboots, remakes, and sequels. It's something that Hollywood and a lot of like media, let me put it, entertainment news media outlets need to realize and need to learn, because it seems like it's obvious nobody knows what any of those words actually mean anymore. Now, it's kind of a rant and kind of like something that's educational. I don't know if it'd be that much educational, but I had to say this. The difference is let me start with a remake. A remake is a movie that is remade from an older film. Is where they take an older film, remake it with a modern twist to make it relevant to today. That's what a remake is. A reboot is when they take something that had a film before, but they forget everything from the previous film, start from scratch, and rebuild from what they know from before. And the sequel is a continuation of the first film. Continuation, in the next step of the movie franchise or whatnot. For some reason, entertainment news outlets and various Hollywood studios calls everything reboots. It doesn't matter if it's a sequel or a remake. They call it a reboot because they're too lazy to classify it as anything else. Like a few years back, I saw an article where they referred to as Tron Legacy as a reboot. These people don't realize that Tron Legacy was not a reboot. It was a sequel. It was a continuation of the original film, although it was like around 30 years later from the original. But it's a sequel. Duh. Now they talked about, and most recently they talked about Poltergeist. The Poltergeist remake. They're calling that a reboot. Technically it's not a reboot. It's a remake. They taken the original film and made a new one with a modern twist. And it seemed like there's more horror in it than the original one was. But it's a remake. What's a reboot? Amazing Spider-Man is a reboot. X-Men First Class is another reboot. Those are reboots. Those are not remakes or sequels. It's something that kind of been a pet peeve of mine. It's gotten on my nerves. And I've had to say this, because I'm getting sick and tired of seeing everything being classified as a reboot when it's not. Let me see. The new Ghostbusters film, I see that as a reboot because they take something that had something before and they're completely starting from scratch with a new cast and a completely different storyline and whatnot. The way they're going about it, not good, not right. Do I care if it's an all-female cast? No. Like certain other persons said, I prefer it be a co-ed cast. Male and female all together. But from what it looks like is that they're basically doing a female version of the male Ghostbusters. I don't know. It's kind of stupid. But, I wouldn't say it's ruining my childhood. It's not. It really isn't. it did ruin my childhood because I have fond memories of the originals, of the original first two films. Fond memories. I was a junior Ghostbuster as a kid. This new film, the Reboot, which literally it is a reboot. Do I have a problem with it? No. Am I going to see it? No, not really. No. As far as I know, no, I'm not going to see it. That's the way I feel about the Fantastic Four reboot. That is also actually a reboot. That's not a sequel or remake. It's a reboot. The thing is, I don't like what they're doing. The trailer seems okay, but I don't really care too much to waste my time complaining about it. They should have scrapped it from the beginning stages, but you know, whatever, because there was problems. There was problems, and there was a lot of problems judging from the fan base. And the thing is that am I going to go see it? No. No. Because I don't like what they're doing, and it's probably one of those things that if it comes on TV and I'll see it for free, I'll watch it. But I'm not going to watch it when it comes out on theaters. I'm not going to freaking rent it. I'm not going to spend any kind of money for it. And all these people, if you complain so much about the film, don't ironically see it because you want to see how bad it is. That makes you look stupid. Plain and simple. It's common sense. If you don't like something, don't watch it. Dirt. And that's the thing about me. I'm very picky about the movies I go see because if I know it's going to suck from the trailer and commercials, I'm not going to go see it. Because I know it's going to be that bad. Then I've learned my lesson once while wasting my money going to see a movie that sucked so bad. That movie came out in the late 90s. It was Urban Legend, which basically is they took Scream and instead of basing it off of old horror films or old slasher films, they based it off of urban legends. It's like, honestly, I can see somebody making a movie called Creepypasta, and it's based off of creepypasta themes. There's a killer that copies those themes. I can see that happening because Hollywood's that stupid. Hollywood can be that stupid. I'm not berating Hollywood, but sometimes some of those execs, it makes you wonder. It does. It does make you wonder as far as common sense. But if people want to go see it, they'll make it. No matter how stupid it is, if people want to go see it, they will make it. And that's how it works. But the thing is, you have to understand, there is a difference between reboots, remakes, and sequels. And I've already stated examples. I was gonna do like this whole thing where I put up pictures of a film and then put them out there like, this is a reboot, this is a remake, this is a sequel. The Star Wars trilogy, those were sequels. They were not reboots or remakes. Man of Steel was a reboot. It was. But they never classified it as a reboot. But it's a reboot. And the one thing that's going to have countless reboots is pretty much superhero films. That's plain and simple. Because people want to make new stories with the same freaking superheroes ever, instead of trying to like go to other superheroes that nobody's known about before. You know what I'm saying? It's like they want to go with what makes them money instead of gambling on something that could be potentially good. That's why it's been so long since we've had a full-on like how it is nowadays, where it's so many superhero films out there that it's such a big thing in Hollywood. It took so long because, People wanted to bank and stay on certain superheroes and stuff, like certain characters, because they wanted to bank on what they know could bring them in money. That's how it works. And it's really stupid, because personally I like to see more and more superheroes get their own films. It's the same thing with superhero teams, stuff from other companies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would like to see more, I don't want to see more of the same. I want to see more of different. So that's how, that works or whatnot. Please understand the difference between reboots, remakes, and sequels. So that's it for now. Talk to you guys next week, hopefully, if I don't have anything else going on. I forgot why I didn't make a video last weekend. I guess probably because I really didn't feel like it. I don't know. But talk to you later.